Money from Filipinos working abroad hit $2.5 billion in October 2014. In this report, Fiona Nicolas tells us how families of these overseas Filipinos spend the money they receive.
If Lorna Jimenez had her way, she would have wanted her husband to be with their family this Christmas. Lorna's husband works as a machine operator in Taiwan. She says most of her husband's earnings go to their savings.
High school na po kasi yung panganay ko, kailangan na po talaga mag-ipon para po sa kinabukasan nila sa pag-aaral. Tapos yung pangalawa ko mag-high school na rin.
Lito Lim has just received his partner's remittance for Christmas. He says he plans to spend some for their family for the holidays. But like Lorna, Lito says savings tops his list of priorities.
Savings muna.
A survey by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas shows there is an increase in the number of families who receive remittances from their relatives abroad who allocate more for savings. The Consumer Expectations Survey shows overseas Filipino worker household that utilize their remittances for savings is at 42.1% in the fourth quarter, a 2.4 increase from 39.7% in the previous quarter. Majority of the respondents said they spend the remittances for food and other household needs, as well as for education and medical expenses, while some allot extra cash to pay for their debts.
Remittances is actually growing.
Tueño Amador says reduced charges for OFW remittances spurred this development.
We have been seeing also the banking system being very proactive in terms of coming up with products and services that would draw in the remittances into the formal financial system.
BSP officials add higher OFW remittance also served as stimulus to a buoyant business confidence at year-end.
The volume of business activity was favorable in the fourth quarter.
Authorities credit the economic growth to OFWs. But for OFW families like Lorna's, their sacrifice takes a lot more than keeping the country's economy going.
May time po talaga na nakakalungkot kasi tuwing Pasko, lagi kaming hindi magkasama. Yung bagong taon, yun po. Pero kailangan po
Fiona Nicolas, 9 News.
A lawmaker proposes a bill requiring all banks nationwide to offer an insurance for their clients' ATM accounts. Under House Bill 5036, proposed by Pasig Representative Roman Romulo, banks will have to give an insurance coverage of up to 50,000 pesos for ATM users. Now, this is in light of the widespread circulation of bogus ATM cards and the increasing number of account information theft cases that have occurred or incurred losses of more than 200 million pesos in bank clients' money last year. Under the proposed bill, an account holder has to shell out 13 to 20 pesos a month to avail of the insurance.
Alam naman natin, karamihan ng gumagamit ng ATM, either yung mga estudyante na pinapadala ng mga magulang nila ng pondo, panggastos nila sa pagpaaral nila. At pangalawa, yung mga empleyado po natin na nakukuha nila yung salary nila through ATMs. Kailangan masigurado natin na may protection sila. Kasi hard-earned money po lahat yan.
Wish to start a family tradition for the holidays? Then take your loved ones to Kawit in Cavite on Christmas Eve. The place is known for the Maitinis Festival, a dramatic retelling of St. Joseph and Mother Mary's search for a place to stay in Bethlehem the night the Savior was born. Visitors get to see a lively parade of floats and Caviteños dressed in colorful costumes to portray a number of biblical characters. The participants sing biblical verses, and the play culminates at the parish church in Kawit, where a makeshift stable awaits the holy couple. A choir also fills the air with songs accompanied by tambourines and drums. Rain should surely not stop water enthusiasts from exploring the vivid and varied scenery of the country's underwaters. And what better place to go on a scuba diving adventure than Malapascua Island? The small island off the northern tip of Cebu Island is home to the Monad Shoal, one of the few places in the world where thresher sharks can be closely observed on a daily basis. It is classified as an intermediate dive, and eager divers descend and bask in the wonder of seeing the 5 to 6 meter creatures swim or get themselves cleaned by fish that nibble off the shark's parasites and dead skin. There are many local shops on the island that also offer safe quality dives and courses. Gato Island nearby is for those who wish to enjoy a day with seahorses, multi-hued corals, and white-tipped sharks. Malapascua also features fine white sand beaches perfect for strolls, while nature photographers can take their shots of exotic flowers. You can also get to know the locals at quaint restaurants and the bars that line the beach. Now, long before iPads and smartphones became the favorite playthings of children, a generation of kids happily trooped to the streets, which served as their playground. Back then, playtime usually meant this. Let's take a look at some of these classic Filipino favorites.
Do you ever find yourself trying to pack so many items into the refrigerator? Well, maybe some of them don't even belong in the fridge at all. Condiments like ketchup or peanut butter, jam, soy sauce, hot sauce, and honey will do just fine outside the ref. The preservatives in these items are enough to keep them safe, but make sure your peanut butter is stored in a cool cupboard, or unless, of course, it's natural peanut butter, so you may have to rethink that. If it's natural peanut butter, you made it on your own. But as for honey, it can turn into a messy gunk when kept in cold temperatures. Now, here are more items you don't need to refrigerate. Apples tend to lose flavor and texture in the fridge. Same goes for tomatoes, which may turn mushy. It's also best to consume berries on the day of purchase, while melons are said to break down and turn mealy if kept cold. You can also unfridge those potatoes if you don't want them to end up tasting weird.
The much-awaited and much-anticipated wearable by Apple may be launched this month, but that doesn't mean it will be up for sale immediately. According to tech website Recode, the supposed iWatch will only be introduced in the confirmed September 9th Apple event, but it won't be up for grabs until early next year. Now, should the report be true, it wouldn't be the first time the Cupertino company is delaying the release of its products. Its earlier devices, including the iPhone and iPad, took a few months before being made available to the public.
Fans of the Nintendo 3DS can now customize the home menu of their gaming devices. The Japanese gaming giant recently released an update for the software of their popular handheld console, introducing 5 new color themes which gamers can use to customize their main screens. In a tweet, Nintendo of America said that a dozen other themes are now available in the new theme shop. These include a Mario theme design, which Nintendo of America also showed off on Twitter.
And now here's a look at some of the movies opening in local cinemas this week. They say love knows no boundaries, maybe not even death or life after that. Romantic comedy film Life After Beth revolves around Aubrey Plaza's character Beth, who mysteriously dies and rises from the dead, only to find herself having an appetite for humans. Unlike other zombie films, This movie explores love as Beth returns to her boyfriend Zach, played by Daehan, who accepts her despite her condition. Life After Beth also features Molly Shannon, John Riley, and Anna Kendrick, and is rated R.
I just kind of wish she'd stay dead.
I want to eat.
Okay, fine. What do you want to eat?
I don't know. What do you want to eat?
What, you think you even want to eat food?
What the hell am I supposed to do? I'm falling so in love with you.
Where are you going? Maybe we can go for a hike or something.
I gotta go.
The Wild Wild West is in full display in this comedy film, directed, produced, and co-written by Seth MacFarlane, who also plays the lead role. A Million Ways to Die in the West tells the story of MacFarlane's character, Albert, a cowardly sheep farmer who was abandoned by his girlfriend. He then falls in love with a new woman in town, Anna, played by Charlize Theron, who teaches him how to regain his courage. The situation gets messy when Anna's husband Clinch, portrayed by Liam Neeson, arrives in town to seek revenge. A Million Ways to Die in the West is rated R.
Mila Kunis. Chacha, Tanjo. Wow, you look amazing.
I really love that the most alluring fashion today is to simulate a fat ass.
If I was a black guy, this is the meanest trick you could play on me.
A Million Ways to Die in the West.
And how much are you willing to give away in order to make the most critical decision of your lifetime? Based on Gail Forman's 2009 best-selling novel of the same name, If I Stay follows Mia Hall, a cellist who needs to make a choice after her family figures in a road accident. Caught between life and death, Mia must decide whether to give up and die or live, but experience a life more difficult than she could ever have imagined. This film features Chloe Grace Moretz and marks filmmaker R.J. Cutler's motion picture debut. If I Stay is rated PG-13.
Sometimes you make choices in life, and sometimes choices make you.
You like me better as this.
The you are now is the same you I was in love with yesterday, the same you I'll be in love with tomorrow.
You still have a family, Mia.
I can't lose her.
Why me? Life is this big, fat, gigantic, stinking mess. That's the beauty of it, too.
I'm still here, and I'm crazy in love with you. Please stay.
You can catch these movies in selected theaters nationwide.
Today's workplace is a bit of a struggle. We have 4 or possibly 5 generations working under one roof. They tend to differ on everything, from dress code to work hours to inter-office communication, and sometimes the stereotyping may lead to conflicts in productivity. So how to make them get along? It may help to keep all employees connected and engaged. Partnering younger workers with older workers can create mentoring opportunities. Leaders should also try to help teams work through their differences, build understanding and trust, and promote and respect for diversity.